Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to be talking about the 1990 comedy movie Flashback, starring Dennis Hopper and Kiefer Sutherland. Dude, this is a great movie. For some reason it seems like this movie is buried. Nobody wants to remember it, nobody wants to talk about it. It is great stuff. It's one of those movies that everyone who's on screen is fantastic and a great cult actor. You got Kiefer Sutherland, Dennis Hopper, Richard Mauser, Michael McKean, Cliff DeYoung. Everybody in this movie that has a speaking role is just great. The basic idea of the movie, the hook that gets you into it, is that Dennis Hopper plays Huey Walker, a 1960s sort of protest leader, hippie radical, a very sort of Abby Hoffman type character. But it's Dennis Hopper. I mean, he invented the 70s hippie on film, right? So he's this guy, he's been on the run for like 30 years for doing some crazy stunt with Spiro Agnew. It's real funny. He wants to sell a book that he's written, and no one sort of remembers him as who he is because it's the 80s now and people don't care. So he's like, I'm gonna turn myself in and get arrested. He gets arrested. Kiefer Sutherland is the FBI agent in charge of transporting him back to Washington where he committed his original crime so that he can be tried and have a court case. Of course, all the craziness is going to happen. It's a road movie. A lot of the movie takes place on a train, which is cool. You don't see that a lot anymore. Nowadays, they just take an airplane. Dennis Hopper constantly trying to escape. Kiefer Sutherland catches him. They try to escape again. They get caught up in shenanigans. Michael McKean and Richard Mauser play two 80s sort of dads that get involved with him trying to break Huey Walker free. It's hilarious. Everything about the movie's funny. All the situations are funny. The people are funny. The story is great. It's very similar to Midnight Run with Robert De Niro. It's that sort of same fugitive on the run, constantly catching up, constantly not catching up. You know, eventually they get to be friendly. That sort of thing. You know, they end up fighting against some corrupt cops led by Cliff DeYoung. It's just a wholesome road movie. It's got just about the best soundtrack you'll ever hear. Like I said, Kiefer Sutherland was in a bunch of good stuff in the 80s. Young Guns 2, The Lost Boys, Flatliners, Renegades. The guy was gold back then. From about 1988 to 95, just about everything he touched was great. You ever seen Article 99? That movie is so good. You gotta watch Article 99. It's like he did these things where he would play the same actor in like two roles. You know, Flatliners, Doctor. Article 99, Doctor. I don't think he made two vampire movies. Played FBI agent in a couple of movies. I think he was an FBI agent in Renegades, FBI agent in this movie. But the movies were so good. Like, I love Kiefer Sutherland. Dennis Hopper is in every movie ever made that's awesome. Easy Rider, of course, everybody's seen that. Apocalypse Now, jeez, Mad Dog Morgan, Waterworld, Speed. He's in Land of the Dead, which is kind of the last halfway decent George Romero zombie movie. You can't beat him. Dennis Hopper is so good. This is the sort of, this movie, it's like they just told him to go crazy and beat Dennis Hopper on screen. Because the character very much fits the persona of what you think he is. Just this hippie, radical guy. It's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek thing. It's just so brilliant. Richard Mauser, he's basically one of those guys that's like the ultimate dad on film. He's in a movie that I've always been curious to see called Vietnam, Texas. I think he plays a priest. I feel like it's an action movie set in a Vietnamese refugee community in Texas, like a shrimping community in the early 80s. I've always wanted to track that down and see it. I love Richard Mauser. He's such a good actor. Michael McKean, he's from all the Christopher Guest movies. He's Jimmy McGill's brother from Better Call Saul. That's like the best thing that he's ever done right now. Good Lord, I love that guy. Carol Kane was in a lot of movies back in the day. She was in Joe vs. the Volcano. She's in both the Addams Family movies. She's in a lot of good stuff too. You gotta check out her things. Cliff DeYoung's in this movie. He's usually the bad guy in everything. He's the bad guy in The Substitute. He's the bad guy in the movie Glory. He's the bad guy in everything. Like I said, this movie's just full of people at the top of their game doing great work. Everyone on screen is perfect. Do you have any other ideas? What's a movie we could review? Give me an idea. Give me something you want to see. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.